So literally in the middle of the jungle here, walkway between the main school and the design tech department.
These are slot together animal figures, and it's based around the premise of raising money for the World Wildlife Fund.
Yeah.
So this is designed using 2D software. So that they research an animal that's endangered,
Sure.
of course, pick their own, explain why, design it using 2D software, the 3D, the laser cutters cut it out, but then they make a point-of-sale display, graphics.
Okay, so have you got a vacuum former?
Yeah, we've got two. We've got a small bed and a large bed in the back there.
Yeah.
But the blister packs, here it is. They look at puzzles, Chinese puzzles, tangrams, 7 pieces, supposed to be.
Yeah.
So they researched them,
Yeah.
and what we got them to look at here was toys from the Victorian era,
Yeah.
old toys and the technology used to make them and the materials, and then toys nowadays.
Okay.
But before that, the brief was about ergonomics and anthropometrics, the study of bodies, the human body and body measurement.
Mm-hmm.
And then they research and they come up with what they want to make, but it must fit their hand. So this one, you see, it fits beautifully.
Yeah.
These, you'll always get kids want to make these things, cup and ball. But these, I used to do this for a lot of years. All of them would do this.
Yeah.
But then you open it out. So we do electronic products. These came out really well this year. But then this is grade 7. This is the crap ones always get left behind. The good, although there's a good one. But this year we changed it because they were wood. Because and then we said, well, how can we improve this? So we got them because they're getting more tech savvy to design this and they engraved it again with the laser cutters.
Yeah.
And put everything behind it, and it brought it up from this to this. You see, so
Sure.
I mean, wood slowly. There's Scooby-Doo there. Look.
Cool. And what software is it that's used for the cutter?
We use CorelDRAW.
Okay.
And 2DV2 TechSoft.
Yeah.
Grade 6 we do these as well. You saw these in the video. This is kitchen board. So the first project in grade 6 is teaching a workshop safety, and then we introduced the boards where we took hard and soft boards. So you've got a sushi board, a kitchen board, and a cheese board.
Yeah.
And it just teaches them woods. The first thing we go in with. So over grade 7, 8, 9, years 7, 8, 9 for you, that we give them woods, metals, and plastics.
Okay.
We give them graphics. We give them resistant materials. We give them electronics. We give them CAD.
Right.
So by the time they get to grade 9, MYP, there's no external exams.
Yeah.
Which is a pity, but it's just the way it is.
And they've had a bit of experience with
but when they get
materials.
the diploma, they haven't got it. You must do it. You must give them this amount. Else, when you get the diploma, they don't know anything. It's like starting from scratch.
Regarding handling materials.
This is the way I see it. Well, just basic knowledge, because diploma's a completely different game.
Okay.
The external exams. So, and that's the thing. So, because I've taught GCSE graphics and resistant materials for so long, I get this into the projects in the early years.
Yeah.
The idea when they get to grade 9 and 10 is this: they've done it all. If they've come through,
Sure.
They can more or less fire off on their own projects.
Yeah.
So this is what we use for the jewellery casting. It's about £700. Getting another one this year because we've only got the one.
And you happy with it?
Yeah. Pewter in here. You buy the pewter sticks, 220 degrees melts that. They put their mould in. Very, very safe.
Okay.
It's good.
So what are they creating the moulds out of?
MDF.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And after they make the first one, they can then make a mould. They can use CAD, draw out a more intricate mould.
Yeah.
The laser cut will cut the mould. It's a sandwich mould, and they pour
Great.
more. The kids like the jewellery. They make 3 or 4. Don't know what this kid is like. It could be a bit dodgy, but we give them the cover page. This is all the MYP stuff, the aims and objectives.
Yeah.
Distinct guidelines. That's the whole process, and then off they go. So here's the kids' investigation into metals and alloys. Very British, you know?
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah, does the trick.
Pewter, they look at pewter, they analyse existing products. Actually, this is a good one. They write their own design brief, bibliography, and cruise brief. Then they go into design specification, what it must have. And they're at this stage now. They're designing their ideas, and then they'll draw it with CAD, so we're reinforcing that.
Yeah.
But you always need these in the workshop.
Pillar drills.
Yeah, you need the range of hole saws and drills. Sanders, lots of different types of sanders. We've got 3 circular sanders. We've got a bobbin sander. And we're ordering a band facer this year. These are almost essential.
Yeah.
Grapnel trolleys, that shouldn't be in there.
Okay.
The tables we have made, I drew these up and we have them made to fit. Also, another thing you need to bear in mind is you always need storage.
Sure. Okay.
So there's Euro 6, grade 6. We've got bins for each grade level. You need, obviously, workshop provision for the numbers in the kids, but this is a bit light in here, 16.
Yeah. So how many workshops are there? Spaces? 2.
In the clean room here, and you can see through and you can walk through, so this kind of is shared.
Yeah, cool.
Kids' work we keep in these.
Yeah.
So these are things you don't think about. And if you're starting up
Until
from
it's too
scratch,
late. Yeah.
shoot, where we're going to put all the stuff, where we're going to keep their work. Even here, we don't have really enough room to keep. If we had it, like the grade 11s, my IB group this year, I've got 9 of them.
Okay.
If the boys all want to make something relatively big, well, of course I won't let them, but we haven't got storage for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's another thing to keep in mind.
Yep.
Is the storage.
Great.
These are good. Use these for graphics for many years. Because if you go down graphic products, these are about 40 quid each. Near class set. You have to teach orthographics.
Yeah.
It's great if you can teach isometric, perspective, 1 and 2 point, and the kids like using them. As soon as they get them out, you give them a few rules and a bit of instruction, and they're off.
Literally old school.
Well, it is, but if they go to university to study engineering, this is what they'll be doing in the first year.
Okay, cool.
Before they let them loose on
and you provide all the set squares and
that's all.
everything.
Yeah, that's all here. Look. Flexi curves, pencils, set squares. Should be templates and compasses in there, but it's obviously not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then when you get them to 3D printing, I mean, our 3D print, they're 4,000 quid each.
Do they get much usage?
Yeah, but that took 8 hours.
To actually print. Yeah.
Yeah. But all the things that they draw, they can make.
Yeah. And is this like
Just
hand
convert the
finished
file.
or is this as it
That's
actually?
That's how it comes out.
Okay.
It's not bad.
That's okay, isn't it?
And again, we're thinking about getting, because of IB and the smaller numbers, a much better quality 3D printer.
Yeah.
But we could pay 10 times what they cost and get something slightly better quality than that. So I'm very hesitant about that. Very. When you're a school with not much money, and we're in between, I mean, we've spent the money now, so anything more I want, I've got to really justify. But you've really got to watch it, because you can waste money very easily. It's like that. It's a white elephant at Denford.
Yeah.
Well, it's a CNC machine. One key can use it. We bought it because we got the money from the German government.
Okay.
So we bought this thing, which was 24,000 quid.
Yeah.
Because
Very little
Germans
usage.
wanted it, don't get used.
Okay.
Used it one lesson, realised how difficult it was. Of course, they didn't use it before, and I said, well, if you get it, I can use the software.
Yeah.
But we could have spent the money on so many other things.
Interesting.
Never mind. This is the polisher for the. This is the polisher for the jewellery.
Yeah. Metals and plastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The jewellery comes out. Ryan made a piece this morning. It's an example for the kid, but it comes out like silver.
Great.
The pews. So.
Polystyrene cutters.
Polystyrene cutter.
Yeah.
And that doesn't get used much, but it's something you've got to have. And we bought 3 of these because you can churn them through quicker.
Yeah.
You know, you can spend £250,000 on a 3D printer.
Sure. And you think these have been worth the money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For £4,000. Yeah. And these we've been using.
4,000 for the set.
Each. And they come up. They took a bit of calibrating.
Yeah.
They come already put together.
Okay, yeah,
You've got
because
to
they
be
come in
careful.
kit
Some of the
form, don't
cheap
they?
ones, you've got to get the manual out and put them together yourself, and you can have horrific problems.
And it looks like these are a substantial size. The actual
yeah,
3D prints.
yeah.
How big can you get?
Well, there we go.
Well,
The torches came out with them.
okay, and how old are these ones?
2 years old.
Yeah.
Low maintenance. Work off a USB.
Yeah, great.
So the kids can save. You don't have to have a PC next to them. The kids plug them in, click, 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 and off it goes.
And what about the cost of actual?
The plastic's cheap.
Yeah.
Well, relatively cheap. We've got enough here for the next 10 years.
Okay. Job done.
When we bought them, I didn't know how long it would.
Yeah.
It's like £40 a reel. But we had this €186,000 euros from Germany.
Okay.
And I had money left over, so I thought, well, I'll get a load of ABS.
Quite science-based as well?
It used to be, it's not so much.
Okay.
The science of materials is there still. So you have to teach them about the structures of woods, metals and plastics.
Yeah.
And why they behave that way. But apart from that, it's a nice course actually.
This is the new one.
Yeah.
And isn't it right
it's
that...
easier to manage too.
Yeah, there isn't so much like making involved, that the kids can literally design up a product and send it to someone else to produce.
Well, I've never done that. I don't like that. I have to go and do something, get someone else to make it.
Yeah.
But they have to show their own making.
Okay.
You only do that if, well, I've never done it. It's too much hassle for you. You'd be running around everywhere. You know what kids are like. They won't get in their USBs or files, and it's relying on someone else. I don't believe in that outside.
Yeah.
Not when you've got all this. Generally, they can mix the technologies and come up with something.
Yeah.
You can direct them the right way.
Mm-hmm.
This is something else you need, unless your laptop program. We've got 24 laptops with all the software on.
Okay, and the PCs.
And then we've got 8 desktops, so we've got a facility of 32, which just about covers 2 groups together. But the great 8s, 9s, 10s, so your years 9, 10, 11s, so all bring their own laptops.
Yeah.
So last year we had some problems, but then we had 8 new desktops put in, and we're okay now.
Yeah.
No problems with it this year.
So do the kids get provided with PCs?
No, they have to buy their own.
Okay.
And also
But PC
we're
rather than Mac?
platform here as well, we're not just
Okay.
all Mac. So we're about 50-50.
Okay. Do you use Macs at all for any of the design
No,
work? Or
because the software doesn't work on them.
for the cutters and that?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Mm.
And
Interesting.
we had that problem in China too.
Yeah.
That's one of the things about the Macs.
So this is the prep room. So this
It's a
is where
bit
your
tight.
imaginary technician would work.
Well, yeah, it's a bit tight, but
Yeah.
you need this stuff.
Yeah.
It's old school, it's old woodwork. You know, there's a lathe there behind our phone.
Yeah.
We get through a lot of fun because I like the kids to model first.
Okay.
But sculpture-wise, I mean, linking this with art and design, you
Yeah.
can have tremendous sculptures that slot together,
Sure.
like laser cut.
Yeah.
You know, and also we haven't got welding here. We're looking at getting a TIG welder, a MIG welder, not
Yeah.
TIG, a MIG welder, gas welding. But then you can do sculptures, wire sculptures and things.
Yeah. So you
It's a
laser cut the
shame,
foam
because
balls.
art is
Yeah.
miles away.
Okay.
And Marcus is a great guy, and
Yeah, I've met him actually.
yeah, there's so many good things he could do.
Yeah.
He could use down in China. The students used to use the laser cutters in the design. Used to
The art students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were side by side. So Andrew, the head of art there, he used to use his diploma students. I was always floating in and out.
Yeah.
And you know, I'd say, well, you could do that with a laser cutter. You could build that up like this, and then they come and use it and incorporate it in their art.
Yeah. Do you think that's an ideal sort of
It is.
marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
20
this.
years overseas, Penang. I worked with 3 fantastic art teachers.
Yeah.
Do you know Bruce Shellett in Ubud?
I don't
The
know.
Centre for Artistic Creativity.
Okay.
Well, Bruce was head of art in Jakarta International School for a long time.
Yeah.
Fantastic art teacher, and he came to Penang. He
Okay.
was there about 3 or 4 years with us, and then he retired, and he's at this set up a centre for creative arts in Ubud. But
Interesting.
I've always, that link's always there, because what is the difference between design and art?
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line?
Well, this is our thing that, you know, at the moment we're starting off within visual arts. We don't want to get some great equipment in, do amazing creative things and then pull that equipment out and put it in another location. You know, we'd like ideally for them to work in harmony.
Well, especially Japan,
we'll see.
when they've got to have so many different mediums.
Yeah.
I mean, do you do welding?
No,
Gas welding?
no, I mean, we
sort of
have
thing.
nothing at the moment, so
Yeah.
it's from scratch. We have visual arts, we're starting to get into a more design
Yeah.
focused
Yeah.
program, but
We're always talking about that here. I'm
Yeah.
always talking about, because the kids, you ask them to design a clock, they'll draw a circle with 12 numbers on it.
yeah.
You've got to get them thinking differently, and that's why I've got Stark's kettle out there.
Yeah,
What's
Nice
the
bit of a
what's the
lesson.
difference here? It doesn't work,
yeah,
but he's thinking about the form of it.
Yeah.
So is this art or is this design? And this is the thing. That's when it gets exciting, I think, when the kids can, and this is what we're getting here, the kids are coming through, they're slowly realising what's possible, because
Yeah.
they've had 2 or 3 years of it. And now it's just, I said to Ryan, this is where it's just getting exciting, because you give them a point and they think they can use the laser cutter for this, they can use the 3D printer, they can use use nice hardwood for this, and that's where you get the products. When they come in cold to it,
yeah,
you know, it's really boom, boom, boom.
It's
You've
starting
got to
from
wait
a-
few years
sure,
until
yeah,
it filters through.
yeah,
We've got 3 rooms this size with that wall missing, but
Okay.
a bit wider.
okay,
Now this is beautiful for multi-purpose rooms. They've got it right.
yeah,
Because we can have that side for workshop, this side will be clean. So the kids will work down here clean, still have the stuff around the side,
yeah,
but this is like the designing area, and then they move through into that area.
okay,
But and this is why we got the white tops on the workbenches, you see, because they double up.
okay,
When you take the top off the workbench here, and they just slide off. You see?
yeah,
You've got the well, where the kids put the tools, and you've got the workshop. But when they're designing, you just put that on top.
okay,
Well, we used these this year. These are very good too. You can see what's in there, the
Sure.
storage. And we bought those here. This is IKEA. This is all the guidelines,
yeah,
which saves you an awful lot of work. And it's like this, we just put this here. Well, you have to move this away sometimes. You also got electric plugs coming
Yeah.
down into everything.
so,
In the new school, we'll have the electricity, I think, on the side of the benches.
okay,
But that means you can't move the benches.
yeah,
The tool cupboard, which I've always had and like, but this needs rearranging actually.
hmm,
Yeah,
cool,
strip leaders underneath, storage again. These are good.
oh yes, I remember those, the old days, yeah.
Maybe we'll buy another of those. When we move to the new school, what I want is obviously that in both workshops.
Okay,
Another one of these, because there's only one in there.
yeah,
And also the stand-up ones, they're called band faces.
okay,
Maybe 2 of those. Storage again. That's
yeah, Killer drill. Great.